Hi there, welcome to chapter 40. In the last chapter, Miss Kaiser fainted because she had to face the fact that the dogs were hidden in her shed. Now, Stefan takes care of her, of course, good fellow that he is, and Simone is trying to catch the dogs. Simone muss nicht lange suchen, she doesn't have to search much. And yesterday I actually got reminded that we have a word called sucht. And keep in mind, we have sucht, which is searches. Yeah, for example, Simone sucht. And we have die Sucht with a short U, and it means the addiction. And it's of course related that someone that is addicted is always on the search for the next kick, next shot. And of course the search would be die Suche. And here again we have a longer U, the search. And die Suche is, for example, what you do on Google, right? So you will come across Suche more often than Sucht, but Sucht is, if you're a smoker, you are süchtig. And here you have you have a short U here that relates. Yeah. And here's the last word, arbeitssuchend, and searching, and you're searching for work. So she must not. Lovely one, sorry, I just realized. So careful, Simone must not long search. This is a false friend. Muss nicht simply means have not to. Yeah, so you have to really circumscribe this with have not here. Otherwise you get the wrong translation of that. Die beiden Hunde springen aufgeregt. I have to take a break. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I got a nice ice cream. Speak to you in 1 second. I have to pause this. So, now I have the strength for another 10 videos. Ready to continue? Die beiden Hunde springen aufgeregt an ihr hoch und begrüßen sie freudig. So both the hounds spring. In springtime everybody's jumping, and a spring, yeah, there's a jumpiness to it. So they jump excitedly, aufgeregt, our old friend, on her high, on her up, yeah, like they jump at her. And grüßen, you might know von viele Grüße or mit freundlichen Grüßen, with friendly greetings. So they are greeting her, and they do so with Sigmund Freud's beautiful joy of life. Yeah, the IG stands for the fully. So Freude means joy, and so they are greeting her. Simone. Es scheint Ihnen sehr gut zu gehen. I would do it like this. Scheinen could be the sun that's shining, but often it simply means seems. Es scheint zu regnen, it seems to rain. It seems them, actually, yeah, it has to be very good to go. Yeah, es geht mir gut. I'm fine. Yeah, English is a little bit more elegant here. So don't be confused by the Ihnen. The Ihnen is the same as the mir, the dative case. So it seems they are doing fine, or very fine, very well. Bevor Simone die Hunde nach Hause bringt, wirft sie einen letzten Blick in den Schuppen. Zurück nach Hause. Yeah? So before pushes the verb to the end, as you can see, before she brings the dogs nach Hause. This E here, don't be irritated, it's an old dative, sometimes an accusative. It's mainly in fixed expressions like nach Hause, zu Hause, Warnung vor dem Hunde, die Türe schließen, so on signs. But that's really all there is to know about. You learn them by heart like this, and the house is the house. No? So what is she doing? She's werfing something, and well, I give you the translation, to throw. And I think when you weave, you have the warf and the woof, I think. Woof, let me see. Well, it doesn't translate. The warp and the woof. Okay, so something like that. You get that. So imagine you throw this away after being done with your weaving. Yeah, so throws she a last Blick. You remember from Augen, Blick mal bitte, which means moment. And here is the glance in the shed. She's throwing a quick glance into the shed. Auf dem Fußboden glitzert etwas und Simone wird neugierig. Neu, we had before. New and gear is simply greed. Yeah, gear and greed, you see how it's related. So if you're greedy for new things, you are curious. So on the foot and Boden, Joe Biden sleeps on the floor, yeah. Then he's called Joe Boden in German. So foot floor, which is basically on the floor. Why it's called foot floor? It might be because we have the word Dachboden, which is the attic. So maybe Fußboden is just there to differentiate it from Dachboden. Yeah, because it's a bit redundant. The floor is usually under your feet. And glitzern is the same. Glitter, glitters something. Something is glittering. Is it glittering? Shining. Glitters, sparkling. Sparkling is also nice. Schnell bückt sie sich und hebt einen kleinen Gegenstand auf. Bücken. Bücken, bücken, bücken. Ah ja. So bücken is related to biegen, which is to bow. And in order to pick something up, you have to bow, you have to bend down, and that's what bücken is. She herself, yeah, so rapidly, quickly. You remember the word for rapids? I think it was rapids, right? Strom, schnellen. Rapids, river rapids. So she's bending herself over and aufheben. Basically heave up a small Gegenstand, something that stands against you, against stand, and that makes absolutely no sense. But it is an, oh actually yeah, well, object. Let's take that. It's an interesting actually Gegenstand. It has to do something with something that resists you or that objects you somehow. Yeah? Objection is something against something. So it's standing against something if it's an object. Let that sink in. It's not important that you understand it. Yeah? So she's picking up. Aufheben simply means to pick up, but it's related to heben, really to heave. Es ist ein silberner Knopf. Very well, two things. Knopf, basically like a knob. Yeah. And it is of course a button. So somehow buttons are little knobs. And silber, you know, the B turns into a V, silver. Now the interesting thing is Silber needs an N in order to turn into an adjective. We have a few of these, not too many. It's a silver button, and on the button is something engraved. Es ist das Logo der Universität Leipzig. Remember, if you have a noun, an article and a noun, this noun is in genitive, it connects the logo with the university logo of the Uni Leipzig. Wie kommt denn der hierher? Der referring to Knopf, which he has just found. So how comes then that here? How does that get here? So we say come, you say get. How gets that here? Asks herself Simone. Simone steckt den Knopf in die Jackentasche. I think Jackentasche should be clear by now. Stecken, to stick. And Jacke is basically the jacket. And the Tasche is made of tissues. It's a pocket. I have my tissues always in the pocket. Or always a tissue in my pockets. Frau Kaiser ist mittlerweile aus ihrer Ohnmacht erwacht. Ist erwacht, and here we have wacht, wake. So she and the result is that she's awake, so she woken up. So she has mittlerweile. Mitte is the mean, the average. Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time means the average time. Meanwhile, out of her Ohnmacht, without might, well, unconsciousness, from her impotence, that sounds horrible, from her faintness. Well, she woke up from her having fainted, yeah, unconsciousness, I would say. Und sie hat die Polizei angerufen. Remember, Germans have to go to the roof to have enough reception, to call someone, yeah, on the roof. And you have to call it, you hold the mobile very close, yeah, an deine Backe, an dein Gesicht, and then they can hear you well. And she has the police called. Sie hat ja nichts zu verbergen. Ja, emphasis is always, she has nothing to, and remember, a berg, a mountain is your good friend because you can hide behind it. She has nothing to hide. Stefan weiß nicht wirklich, was er tun soll. Stefan knows not really what he do shall. He doesn't know what to do. And that was chapter 40. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in chapter 41 very soon.